Hi everyone, this is Dee at the Paper Drawer. I wanted to share with you today a request that I had from my first video when I was doing the two journals that I purchased, and I was just sharing them for inspiration. And then I made this one of the journals from Jude's Art Creations, I believe. She made one. I have one of them that I purchased and I thought I would try. And I have a request to see how I put it together. This is how I did it, and I thought I would just go into a little bit of detail on how I constructed it, and maybe it will give you ideas on maybe trying to use this type of construction. So that's the one that I had in my first video. So what I did was the pages are not, the signatures are not very many. There's only, probably in this first one, there's only 4 pages. Okay, so let's see. This is the center here. Okay, so let me see if I can explain this. So this is the sample one that I made. I'll make this one into a journal, but I thought I would show you and give you some tips. Maybe it can help you, and maybe you may find another way. But what I did was I cut my piece of leather bigger than what I needed. Only for the fact what happens is if you don't sew them, and they don't have to be even, spaced evenly, I don't think. Okay, mine are not on this one. It may have turned out that way, but it's not even. So what happens is this back part can get shorter and shorter. So I leave it long on this one. But this will be my cover, and then I'll just add an extension of something on here. Okay. So what I did was I took 4 pages, 4 pieces of paper. That's just a vellum thing that I'll stick in there. Okay, and so I took these 4 pages and I stitched right down the middle of it. Okay, and that is this line right here. Okay, so excuse me, you can start it anywhere you want, but just kind of think ahead about what you're going to do to the cover. Okay, and what I did was I made my pages sort of even that I stitch. Again, this could be trimmed, and I like the pages sticking out. Okay, so I'll have something here, and that might be sticking out. Okay, so then on the next one, it's only fabric. This is fairly easy. So this is just fabric. And this was muslin that I put coffee on, and then I used Tim Holtz ink stained. Then I wet it down, and it turns green and all different colors. I like that look a lot. Okay, this is tulle from Ollie's. If anyone has an Ollie's near you, it was actually drapery, and I got it for like, I don't know, $3, but it's a big piece of drapery. And this was just fabric I had. This is something else from Ollie's. It's beautiful. It's sheer. And this one was the same thing. It's a drapery. So I just go into their bedding and drapery section, and I just kind of look around. I might as well show you another one that I got there that you might be interested in, but I'll do that later. So basically I just get the 4 pieces of fabric and I stitch them together. This might have 5, okay? So this stitch is this one right here, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll keep going. Let me show you too what might interest you and what might make it interesting and maybe a little loose. I like it a little bit loose too. So what I've done is, if you look at this one, okay, this is one signature right here, and it goes back to here. Okay, you can see the same fabric. So that's one signature. Now that has a lot in it, but I've alternated pieces of fabric. Okay, so this one has, again, more than 4 pages, but it's still loose because I used fabric to hinge, if that makes sense. Okay, if it doesn't, let me know. But I just did that. And then the other reason why this piece is going to be a little bit longer is that I took a note card and I just started adding things to it. Okay, it has a little flip out, and I stitched this piece of paper on it, and then I just glued stuff onto it. Okay, so that creates a little bit of bulk in itself. Okay, and then I added this coaster. Same thing with this flip, or this pull out. Basically, you're going to hinge all your stuff with fabric because it gives it that loose feel, and I guess you could say maybe it creates less bulk, but that's what this one is. It's just all fabric that I hinged. Okay, and what you can do is you can alternate. If you, I don't know if I'm in camera, I'm sorry. You can put the fabric right on top of these two. Okay, this is how this one's joined here. This went under and this goes over. Okay, this one I just did it over both sides. This one is over on this side and it went under this page. Okay, and this page was just taped with that tape that's got the thread in it. It's packing tape. Okay, so it's a little bit thicker, but that's okay. So then just accordions, and then it closes. Okay, and this is attached with a piece of denim. And then I stitched it down because this is almost a full signature, for example, so I stitched it down. Then I moved to the next section. Again, it's all hinged with fabrics. Okay. So you can see here's the right side, here's the wrong side. It's because I put some underneath and I put some on top. They can be all different. They don't have to be the same height. And then I stitched it in the center. So I found the center of this one. Let me see which one this is. It is... Nope. Oh, it's stuck there. It's this one. It's right here. So this one is this last one right here. Okay. So basically, I put it all together and then I started kind of decorating it. So this is a loose page, and I'll just show you. This will be in the center of my signature. Okay. And on this one, I just put the fabric on all to the back. It didn't matter, but I just chose that one for that one, okay? And this one, I did. This one has the front, and then this one went behind this page. So when you fold it, you can see how it not changes, but how they'll look different, okay? This is just an envelope I cut short. And then here's this one. Okay, so what I'll do with this one is I'll just go ahead and restack these. And there's 4, okay? And I'll find the center of them. And then once I do, you can draw a small line or put masking tape or something down it. So what I will do with this one is I'll go ahead and lay this one right next to this one that I've sewn. You can leave a small gap if you want. Spread it out and run a stitch. Okay, right down the middle. And then it will be the third signature. And again, it doesn't have to be, straight or the distance or anything. That's the fun part about this, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. So then I'll keep going. Okay. So that's the example on this one. If you have a question, if I didn't explain it clearly, let me know. What I've done for my next signature is I went ahead and tore papers up because they're going to be hinged. So I can just take 2 pieces of paper, okay, like this, and I can take a piece of fabric and I'll lay this one this way and I'll put this one on top, okay? So there's a section for me. There's a page, okay? And then it'll just fold over, okay? And then this one will fold this way. But I'll keep layering. I'll get another piece of paper and something else, the other side of this, and I'll go ahead and do the exact same thing. I may do the reverse. I may grab a piece of fabric and I may put it under this one and let it go on top of this one. Okay, then that will be my second set of pages. Okay, and then it'll fold over like this. My center of my signature, the 4th one, I'll just stitch right down the middle and stitch it onto this. Okay, so that's how that's done. I write on leather. I don't know if I showed you, but I use these Posca, I guess, pens. They're acrylic paint pens, but they work really well. And they have a fine, and then they have the fatter ones. Okay, so that's that. And let me show you one other thing that I got from Ollie's. This one was only $2.99, but look how beautiful this is. And this is a piece of curtain draperies, whatever you want to call it, but you get an awful lot in it. And if you look at it, you can see the little slubs of probably just creased fabric, the way that it's heated. But it's beautiful. And like I said, you get an awful lot for $2.99. And I would even use this part, the top part. So that's just something else that you can look for. And find some interesting things at some of the discount places. So I just wanted to share the construction of this with you. And I hope it made sense. And then I have several other things that I do want to share with you. So I'll try and do a video right now so I can just post them one right after another since I have my table out and everything, all right? Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. And if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you. See you next time.